Imagine this. It's the hottest day of the year, and you're standing in line at your favorite ice cream shop. You finally get your hands on that perfectly swirled scoop, take a bite, and bam, instant happiness. But have you ever wondered, how does that creamy, dreamy magic actually happen? Ice cream isn't just a dessert. It's a scientific masterpiece that's been thousands of years in the making. And today, we're cracking open the secrets of its past and revealing how modern factories produce millions of pints every single day. Trust me, you'll never look at ice cream the same way again. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because if you love food as much as we do, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Ice cream isn't just a modern treat, it's ancient history in a cup. The Greeks, Romans, and even early Jewish communities used to chill wine and fruit juices for a refreshing summer drink. But here's a crazy fact. At one point, ice cream was only for the rich. Back in the day, freezing anything was nearly impossible without access to ice houses. But everything changed when mechanical refrigeration and the Industrial Revolution rolled in. Suddenly, ice cream wasn't just for royalty, it was for everyone. Fast forward to today, the US ice cream industry alone is worth a mind-blowing $81.8 billion. But what actually happens inside a factory to turn liquid ingredients into the frozen treat we all love? Let's take a behind-the-scenes look at how ice cream is really made. Every bite of ice cream, whether it's a luxurious, velvety spoonful of premium vanilla bean or a melty, budget-friendly tub from the grocery store, starts with one key ingredient: cream. But here's something you might not realize. Not all ice cream is created equal. Ever taken a bite of cheap ice cream and thought, why does this feel kinda watery? That's because some ice creams barely contain any real cream at all. High-quality ice cream, thick, rich, melts slowly on your tongue. Low-quality ice cream, more air, less flavor, and vanishes from your spoon before you can even savor it. At massive ice cream factories, refrigerated trucks deliver fresh cream straight from dairy farms, ensuring it stays at a crisp 4 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees Fahrenheit, inside giant stainless steel silos. This isn't just about keeping it cold, it's about locking in freshness, preventing bacteria, and setting the foundation for that perfect creamy texture. But cream alone isn't enough to create the ice cream we know and love. The real transformation happens when we introduce a carefully engineered blend of ingredients designed to make each scoop irresistible. Milk powder. This gives ice cream its body, preventing it from feeling too thin or icy. Without it, you'd be left with a sad, soupy mess instead of a satisfying scoop. Sugar and corn syrup. More than just sweetness, this duo controls the freezing point, ensuring ice cream stays soft enough to scoop yet firm enough to hold its shape. Ever notice that sorbet or low-sugar ice creams freeze rock solid? That's because sugar isn't just about taste, it's science. Stabilizers and emulsifiers, the unsung heroes of ice cream. Without them, tiny ice crystals would form, turning your ice cream into a crunchy, icy disaster. These ingredients work behind the scenes to trap air, bind fat molecules, and keep every scoop velvety smooth. Once all these elements come together, it's time for the first big transformation. The mixture is blasted through a high-speed industrial mixer, whipping everything into a rich, silky base. Imagine watching thick waves of creamy liquid swirling together, thickening into the perfect consistency before moving on to the next crucial stage. Quick fact: not all ice cream contains dairy. Some factories also craft dairy-free alternatives using almond milk, coconut milk, or oat milk, proving that everyone deserves a delicious scoop, no matter their diet. And just like that, we've taken the first step in the incredible journey from liquid to frozen perfection. But things are about to get even more fascinating. Here's something most people never think about when they're enjoying a scoop of ice cream. Before it reaches your freezer, it has to go through some serious science to make sure it's safe to eat. See, raw dairy is a playground for bacteria. And let's be real, nobody wants an extra scoop of microbes in their dessert. That's why ice cream factories rely on a crucial process to keep every pint safe and delicious: pasteurization. The liquid ice cream base is pumped into massive stainless steel heating chambers where it's gradually warmed to a precise 72 degrees Celsius, 162 degrees Fahrenheit, for 30 minutes. Why? Because at this temperature, harmful bacteria don't stand a chance. They're completely wiped out. But pasteurization doesn't just keep things safe. It also activates stabilizers, the secret ingredient that keeps ice cream silky smooth instead of turning into a rock-hard, icy mess. But we're not done yet. Now comes a total game changer: homogenization. Ever opened a tub of natural peanut butter and seen a thick layer of oil sitting on top? That's what would happen to ice cream if it wasn't homogenized. Homogenization is like a high-speed blender on steroids. The hot ice cream mix is forced through tiny, high-pressure nozzles, breaking down fat molecules until they become microscopic droplets. The result? A perfectly uniform consistency. No weird fat clumps, no separation, just pure, creamy luxury in every spoonful. At this point, the mix is still warm, but ice cream should be cold and indulgent, not warm and soupy, right? That's why we need to cool it back down, fast. The newly homogenized mixture is rapidly chilled to 4 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees Fahrenheit, and left to rest for several hours, or even overnight. Quick fact: this resting stage is where the magic starts to happen. The ingredients bond, the flavors intensify, and the mixture thickens slightly, giving ice cream its signature melt-in-your-mouth feel. Skipping this step? That would be a crime against dessert. At this point, the ice cream isn't frozen yet, but it's officially prepped and ready for the biggest transformation of all: freezing. And trust me, this part is where the real magic happens. And hey, if you're loving this behind-the-scenes look at your favorite frozen treat, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got more mind-blowing food secrets coming your way. Okay, here's something most people have no idea about. Air is actually a key ingredient in ice cream. Sounds bizarre, right? But trust me, without it, your favorite frozen treat wouldn't be creamy at all. In fact, it would be as hard as a brick. Ever noticed how some ice creams feel thick and rich, taking their time to melt in your mouth while others disappear almost instantly? That's all thanks to something called overrun, the amount of air whipped into the ice cream during freezing. And yes, this one factor can completely change the way ice cream tastes and feels. Premium ice cream brands use less air, which makes the texture denser and the flavor more intense. That's why a single scoop can feel so rich and satisfying. On the other hand, cheaper ice creams contain a lot more air, which makes them lighter, fluffier, and easier to scoop straight from the freezer, but also means they melt way too fast. Here's the crazy part. Some ice creams can double in volume just from air alone. That means when you buy a budget-friendly pint, nearly half of what you're paying for isn't even ice cream, it's just air. Without it, though, the mixture would freeze into a rock-solid block, impossible to scoop and way too dense to enjoy. So while air is essential, the key is getting the perfect balance. But ice cream isn't just about the texture. This is also the stage where factories add all the delicious mix-ins that make every bite a surprise. Chocolate chips, cookie dough, nuts, caramel swirls, real fruit pieces. This is when they get folded in, carefully blended so that every scoop is packed with flavor. Ever opened a tub of ice cream and found all the cookie dough chunks sitting at the bottom? That's exactly what factories try to avoid. They use special openings in the machines to make sure the mix-ins are evenly spread so that every spoonful feels like a little treasure hunt. And just like that, the ice cream has taken shape. It's got the perfect texture, the right balance of air, and all the flavor-packed add-ins mixed to perfection. But we're not done yet. There's one final step before it's ready to hit the shelves. And trust me, it's about to get colder than you ever imagined. Now that the ice cream has reached its final, creamy perfection, it's time to package it up and get it ready for the world. Inside the factory, rows of empty cartons glide along conveyor belts, each one automatically dropped into place, waiting to be filled. Within seconds, a controlled system dispenses precise amounts of ice cream into each container at an astonishing speed. 70 to 90 cartons every single minute. It's a mesmerizing sight, as streams of freshly churned ice cream swirl effortlessly into their packaging, smooth and flawless, like waves frozen in time. Once the cartons are full, they move down the line where lids are swiftly placed and sealed tight. But before they can leave the factory, each one receives an important stamp, an expiration date, and a unique production code, ensuring that every batch can be traced back to its exact origin. At this point, the ice cream is cold, but not quite frozen solid. That's where the final and most crucial step comes in: blast freezing. The freshly packaged cartons enter a freezing chamber so cold, it makes a winter blizzard feel warm. The temperature drops below -18 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Fahrenheit, locking in the ice cream's smooth, creamy texture and preventing the formation of large ice crystals. This rapid freezing process is what ensures that when you finally open that container at home, the ice cream inside is just as soft and luscious as it was when it left the factory. After freezing, the cartons are stacked and loaded onto refrigerated trucks, ready to be shipped out to grocery stores, ice cream parlors, and restaurants around the world. From factory floors to supermarket freezers, the journey of ice cream is almost complete. All that's left now is for someone to open the lid, grab a spoon, and enjoy. So the next time you enjoy a scoop of your favorite flavor, remember, it's not just frozen milk and sugar. It's a blend of history, science, and pure artistry. From ancient civilizations to high-tech factories, from raw dairy to creamy perfection, ice cream is a masterpiece in every bite. And now, I've got just one question for you. What's your go-to ice cream flavor? Let us know in the comments below. Oh, and before you go, hit that subscribe button for more mind-blowing food secrets. Stay cool, stay sweet, and we'll see you in the next delicious adventure.